everybody, it's Old School Nerd. It is Saturday, December the 28th, 2024. We're live on Twitch. All these amazing people above my head gave me a list of up-and-coming artist videos. Up-and-coming artists. They have less than 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. The video is less than 3 years old. It's less than 6 minutes long. I make a list, I put it over there, and I do reactions to all of them, okay? And then after I do all of these reactions, I put them on my Patreon and on my Discord, and then you guys vote for them all this week. And the one that gets the most votes gets a full YouTube reaction on my channel next week. Okay, that's how it works. How do you get to my Patreon and Discord? Go to OldSkuleNerd.com. There are links to both. Now here we go. I knew this one was coming. When I saw Northlake Shivers, She Was Born to Be Country, I thought, wait a minute. One of my friends in my community said, let's make Old School Nerd do a reaction to country music because he doesn't like country music. That's not true. I don't like gimmicky country music, just like I don't like gimmicky metal or gimmicky folk music. If it doesn't have a real feel to it, I'm not a fan. Okay, Northlake Shivers is a band from Sweden. This band started posting country music covers on social media, which quickly gained popularity and led to their current success. You know what? There's a couple bands that do that, okay? Think about, there's a few bands that are doing, like Bill Murray. Bill Murray, they do country mixed in with some rock and metal vibes, and they're huge right now in the US. So yeah, I could see it. There is an audience in Europe for country music. There really, really is. Because country music here in the United States is our version of folk music. So it's the closest thing we have to folk music, sorta. All right, here we go. My reaction. They have 607 subscribers. Came out a day ago. 3 minutes, 57 seconds. Northlake Shivers. It's, you know what? Northlake Shivers sounds like a country band. That sounds like a country band name, actually. The Northlake Shivers, it does. She was born to be country. All right. That's like saying she was born to snow ski. She's Swedish.
It was early in the morning. She wakes up with a smile. She's getting ready.
Okay, stop. Let's start up real quick. Okay, number one, nice Stetson hat. Some Godson hats. Okay, they're from Sweden. Okay, so when he sang that first line, I could hear his Swedish accent on the end. He didn't have a twang, so I'm like, a clear tone, a clear vocal in country music. When does that happen? It doesn't. That's the point. The other thing was, why is there a maple leaf on the stove? They're singing country music and they're from Sweden. What's up with the Canadian reference? Or is it just, I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'm going to shut up. Let's just enjoy the song.
It's early in the morning. She wakes up with a smile. She's getting ready for a work in a while. She's sipping on her coffee and takes her blue collar on. No makeup needed for the things to be done. She loves the sound of a fiddle playing along.
All right, don't do that with your face. It makes you look stupid. Real quick, okay. Here's the problem I have. The setup is classic country, Southern gospel. The arrangement is Southern gospel in the vocal. This sounds more like Casting Crowns or Hillsong than a country song. And the reason why is they're Swedish. Their vocals don't have enough twang to sound honky-tonk country. They sound gospel. I'm in church. Let me not sound like a drunken redneck when I sing vibe. Here's the thing. I really like it. I'm not a fan of honky-tonk twang in my folk music. If country music is the folk music of the US, I prefer a storytelling, I'm in church singing gospel music, so I don't need to sound like a drunk Waylon Jennings when I'm singing in front of the congregation, so my vocals will be clean and enunciated. Swedish. So it works. Now, the motif that they're doing, violin and an acoustic guitar, and that's it. That is classic story, small town story of a young girl growing up song. Trisha Yearwood did it. You name it. Every country artist that's young and does a girl coming of age, looking at family, small town, and who she is, that's how you do it. It's done really well. Now, Old School Nerd, I thought you liked metal music and you like folk music and you love all this crazy loud stuff. I do, but I know where I come from. And I come from the Southern United States. And my biggest problem with country music is because it has become too much hip hop, too much pop, too much radio push. It's completely industry controlled. And at the end of the day, I like the old stuff where it's just two people, violin, guitar, maybe a bass guitar, just the classic stuff. I'm more of a folk country than I am modern country that is more rock and hip hop than anything else. Fair? I'm a storytelling country person, not a honky tonk, let's get up and have a party, line dance country person. That's why it makes sense. And I'm sorry I left your face looking like you're trying to pick something out of your teeth because it's stuck, because you ate some Bucky's beef jerky and you're trying to... Sorry, bro, that was my bad. Continue.
Rough and a little tacky is her song. She goes hunting with her daddy and cooking with her mom, and makes a moonshine with grandpa and writing her songs. The songs that she remembered are the stories of her life. She's feeling lucky. She was born to be country. Later in the evening, as the sun is going down, she's dressing up for dancing underneath the sky. She's ready for some two-step, or maybe to rock some jive. And she's sipping on that ice-cold beer, and now it's time to shine. She loves the sound of a fiddle playing along. Rough and a little tacky is her song. She goes hunting with her daddy and cooking with her mom, and makes moonshine with grandpa and writing her songs. The songs that she remember are the stories of her life. She's feeling lucky, and she was born to be country. And she was born to be country.
When I was a kid learning how to play piano, I had the same thing on my keys. I had C. I had that one octave from middle C all the way up written on the keys, so I would learn. It was the same thing for me. I do enjoy the Peterbilt with the Detroit Diesel showing. You know, it's not something you see a lot of places for, you know, Detroit Diesel, Peterbilts, but I know they have them in Europe. You know, it's pretty common. I know that truck is not a common sight in Sweden for a Peterbilt where the big Detroit is, because a lot of the stuff are lorries are made different in Europe. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's really well done. And the Northlake Shivers are doing something that I think country's kind of lost. Occasionally, you'll see vocalists and country artists that will step away from that honky-tonk vibe and they'll tell a song of family and heritage. And I think this is going to work for them, even though the vocal styling is very much gospel clarity and soft gospel styling instead of that twang. I think it works because some of the best songs about storytelling from a pure country standpoint come from people like Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks sang clear tone his entire career. He's one of the greatest of all time. George Strait, even though he was the cowboy, he still sang a lot of his songs very clear with a little accent on the end. But he didn't dog patch USA Ozark redneck drawl it all the way through. That's kind of just a gimmick thing that's cool for radio and beer drinking fight songs that are, it's kind of like country's pop vibe. But from a folk storytelling aspect, it's really well done. And this is probably my favorite country song that someone has had me do a reaction to, and it's from Sweden. Of course. By the way better than the one Tommy Johansson did. Don't tell him I said that. But that's not Tommy's fault. That's because he did a cover of Beyonce, and that ain't country. I don't even know what that is. He sang with a chicken. Never mind. Okay, so there you go. Can the Swedes, the Finns, the Norwegians, can they do country music? Absolutely. But I already knew that they could. How did I know that already? Steven Seagulls from Finland. Folk is folk. It's just where you grew up that causes the change in the folk music. There are people that love country music that would listen to European folk music and absolutely love it, and vice versa. It makes sense. And this is really well done. And I can tell you right now, I could play this and share this with friends of mine here in the United States. They would never know this band's from Sweden because all the video shows images that are as American as it comes and Canadian as it comes. It's like complete North American, simple, rural life. It works.
She loves the sound of a fiddle playing along. Rough and a little tacky is her song. She goes.
You know how you know they're in Sweden and not the United States? They got silencers! They got suppressors on their hunting rifles! Oh my God! That's hilarious. That's awesome. That's awesome. Why do they do that? Because they may be Finnish and they're practicing for the invasion. If you don't know the history of the Finns and snipers and scopes and silencers, you need to crack a book. That's awesome.
She goes hunting with her daddy and cooking with her mom, and makes moonshine with grandpa and writing her songs. The songs that she'll remember are the stories of her life. She's feel lucky and she was born to be country. 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 It was early in the morning. She wakes up with a smile. She's getting ready for work in a while.
She's also very Swedish. I want to check something real quick in the video. I want to check when she's driving out in the truck. She adjusts. Okay, 98.5 megahertz. FM radio? Yeah. Interesting. All right, so let's check it out. Northlake Shivers, I'm going to subscribe. Linus Anderson with 2 S's. Ronnie Aronsson with 2 S's. 100% Swedish. That's how you know. 2 S's, mother huggers. I'm going to subscribe to them because I think it's really interesting. And I want to share this band and this video with people that I know here in the US that have no idea that country music this good comes out of Sweden. I share Steven Seagal's with all my friends all the time. They're like, dude, that's like the best thing. And they're from where? And I'm like, Finland. And they're like, get out of here. And I'm like, no, seriously. So there you go. All right, so yeah, Northlake Shivers. And by the way, if they're Swedish, it should be North Lake, South Lake, West Lake, East Lake. Everybody shivers. It's December, people, and it's cold up there. All right, if you liked it, vote for it. Gets the most votes. Full YouTube reaction next week. And with that, that's it for me, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.